G'day guys and gals, boys and girls. I'm out visiting my daughter at Coolaman, who's working today, so I thought I'd take an opportunity to ride out to Temora, which is about 50 k's away. The best part about it is that basically the roads are straight as a die, no traffic, no cars, no nothing. I will tell you that I did get up to the top score in darts, and that's as far as I'll go with that. While I'm out at Temora, I thought I would check out the Aviation Museum. This one has one of the best collections in Australia, and I cannot wait to go and check them out. So anyway, just to give you an idea of what the ride was like, in the country, basically there are bugs. Check this out. You see the face of my helmet, and if you go around, you see the face of the bike, and also I even made the blinkers. So it's pretty cool. So here we are. Hang on. There we go. That's better. Here we are at the first part of the museum, and show you some of the things that are going on. Yeah. See the two Spitfires and a Boomerang. Check those, they're working on them on the stands. Spitfires are awesome. The one I came to see was the actual Boomerang at the back. Basically, Boomerang was actually Australian designed back in World War II when they thought we weren't going to get any fighters. So they basically made these out of Wirraway frame. And they had opportunities to make them better and give them a stronger motor and stuff like that, but they didn't need them. They were getting American planes by that time. How good is it that mobile phones can do this now? Hey? Yeah.
We convert speed up to vertical height, trim up to thousands of feet. If you think about where you want to go, it goes there, it just reaches the sky. It's fast, it's agile, it's got lots of power, it's a light display.
See a tiger moth in the corner there.
To me, you said tattoos on Spitfires. I even smell it. Brings me back to those years. I said, without question, it was a magnificent aircraft to fly. And I think it's wonderful back today.
You'll find more information and video beside each aircraft in the museum about its history, which we'll talk about. Because this is a working museum with operational aircraft, please take care of where you're out. For your own safety, please stay behind the barriers and observe all warning signs. Finally, this museum
So this is the first time I've been in there. You saw the first hangar. I basically had to go up 16 stairs for that. Not good with my knees at the moment because they're pretty untidy. But we're going into the main part where all the other aircraft are displayed. Let's have a look and see. Very well presented. Canberra bomber, which will have better luck looking at it from the other side, I'd say. Orion STM S2. Just thought I'd tell you an interesting fact about the Orion. You can see here it's a twin-seater monoplane, wooden propeller. It's actually pre-war. Harrison Ford is a big aviation enthusiast and actually owns one of these. And he crashed it into a golf course quite a while ago. And he's very lucky he survived. But yeah, great pedigree. Beautiful aircraft. You see how polished it is. Gloster Meteor. Cessna Bird Dog. Used in Vietnam. See, it's got a pusher pull propeller. So basically there's a motor at the back, motor at the front, and they both work. One pushing, one pulling. Tiger Moth and a Cessna Bird Dog.
Which was a bit difficult because it was
Tiger Moths are going for about 100,000. So I've seen some for 60,000 at the moment, which is not a bad investment for a fabric biplane that used to train pilots during World War II. It was their initial flying training. It's a Cessna Bird Dog. Check it out. Best part about that is I picked it even before I saw it. Before I go any further, I just wanted to say that in this collection, basically every single aircraft in this collection flies. It's very unusual to have those sort of collections. Basically, a lot of stuff will be just made for static display, but this makes this museum quite unique in that every aircraft here can be kicked over and taken out on the runway and taken off and flown. There's a Sabre again. See the tail? Spare tail they got for it. Pretty cool, I think. Here's the back end. I go up and see the Meteor on the Hudson and the Zoom, but that's a Sabre. F-86 or CA-27 Sabre, made of the FA-86 or F-86, sorry. See up the top there? UAVs. Some of the original UAVs. There's another one up there. Pretty cool. I want to go back and show you the mural that they've done here that somebody's painted. I don't think I can see the whole thing here. Hang on. I might have to put it on the side. Hang on. One of the clever things about us making our own Sabres was that we actually made them faster. These versions of the Sabres were the fastest Sabre aircraft in the world at the time, and almost could break the speed of sound. They were known as the last gunfighters, which means they were the last aircraft that were actually utilised to physically shoot other aircraft down. They were made for the MiG-15s and to shoot them down. So you can see there the cannon ports on the front. This is before they actually made rockets that you could sit there and aim, and the rockets would actually catch the aircraft. Dragonfly reconnaissance aircraft. They look like a lot of fun. I'd like to have one of those because it's got a two-seater, so you can put someone in the other seat next to you. Very cool. Ground attack as well. Cessna A37B. Ground attack. Had hard points. You can see there that's 4 hard points on the wing. Take tanks or fuel tanks or guns or bombs. Used during Vietnam War. The thing I get about this is it looks like a sports car. Look how low to the ground it is. Seriously looks like a sports car, doesn't it? Sorry, I have to go back to the Sabre again because I think it's pretty cool. Here we go, Canberra bomber. Used during the Vietnam War again. Gloucester Meteor. Gloucester Meteor and Vampire. De Havilland Vampire were our first jets. The Meteor actually made its way to World War II, just. Check this out.
The aircraft's pretty amazing actually as a first jet fighter. It was designed in World War II to combat the enemy piston engine aircraft at the time, and then came to the Royal Australian Air Force and sent back in 1951 and continued service in the Royal Australian Air Force for some time. Our Gloucester Meteor is a Mark 8, which was built in 1949 and served with the Royal Air Force until 1982. The Mark 8 Meteor was introduced in the Royal Australian Air Force in 1951 and went directly into operational service in Korea. Our Mark 8 is named after the colours of Sergeant George Hale, who served with 77 Squadron in Korea and claimed 1 destroyed MiG and 1 damaged MiG, which given the differences in the aircraft is pretty impressive.
It was actually a reliable flight. The other thing that I liked about it,
a few longer versions. Here's a CAC Wirraway. It's based on the T6 Harvard, which is an American trainer. Unfortunately, back in World War II, that's a Dragonfly just there, another one. Back in World War II, this was our first fighter plane, that and what's known as a Brewster Buffalo, which were totally outclassed by the Japanese aircraft such as the Zero, A6M0, which is really disappointing. So we had to sort of pick our game up pretty quickly. You saw the Boomerang on the other side there. The Boomerang was actually based on a lot of parts off this aircraft, the Wirraway. Tail was the same, wings were the same, shortened up, had a tubular construction, as opposed to some of it was fabric. If you actually went closer and looked under the underneath the windscreen on the sides there, that's actually fabric. Motors were the same. It's just the other one was made into a tighter, smaller fighter aircraft. Basically, didn't shoot many. The Boomerang didn't shoot many Japanese down. It actually shot more Japanese down than the Wirraway did, which the Wirraway actually shot. I think it got 1 kill. But this was the beginning of our own aircraft industry back in World War II, where the Commonwealth Aircraft Corporation was formed, and we started building our own aircraft. It was only 10 years old when we built the Boomerang, and we built the Wirraway as well. See the Hudson, the back there? If I can get there. Just let me have a quick squeeze. If you see out the back there, but you're getting, see the Hudson? It's got a big turret on the back of it. Turret basically was used to defend itself from behind. Twin boom, not twin boom, sorry, twin tail. And here's another, next to the